Inkanyamba was more angry than usual. The girl at the groves, Barbara, had not been the one he had been looking for. The gods lied to me. They betrayed me. He had come to this campground looking for the true culprit, the woman who had plunged the dagger into his side. He fingered the scar on his side where she had stabbed him. She grinned as she was taking my lifeblood away. She had dark hair. Yes, dark hair. He remembered that much at least. Looking up, he saw the flickering light of a fire in the distance. That would be a good place to start. Why the dark haired she demon had done this to him, he did not know, but Inkanyaba's face would be the last thing she would ever see in his life. I will have my vengeance. Welcome back, friends and scoundrels. I'm Bran.
I'm Lynn.
And I'm Sam.
And today we are continuing the Inkanyamba series with the dark-haired demon. Lost my place. So yeah, boring part, I suppose. Set up the game as normal with the following changes when playing with Inkanyamba. Place the Killer Wrath card in the play area and place the tracking marker level on 2. Include both atonement action cards in the action tableau. Killer Wrath, or special rules. Killer Wrath. Whenever you are instructed to increase or decrease Wrath, move the tracking marker on the Killer Wrath card up or down the appropriate number of levels. The marker can never be below 1 or above 10, so ignore any additional increase or decrease that would move the marker beyond those levels. Whenever you are instructed to unleash Wrath, check the current level on the Killer Wrath card and apply any effects listed there. This may include increasing horror, Inkanyamba recovering health, Inkanyamba performing a killer action, or a combination of things. Some card effects will allow you to reduce Wrath, but the primary way is to purchase and play Atonement action cards. Atonement action cards may be played to try to decrease Killer Wrath or Divine Wrath. They are unique in that there is an additional success line for you to get 3 or more successes on a horror roll. Location. Camp Happy Trails. There are no special rules for Camp Happy Trails. Scenario rules. Final Girl. Reiko. Check. Set up. The bonfire. Items. Ceremonial Dagger from Sacred Groves. Set aside the Ceremonial Dagger card from Sacred Groves, then deal out 11 other item cards from Camp Happy Trails and shuffle them with the Ceremonial Dagger. Finally, deal out the item decks as normal. Events, 3 of them. Secret Tunnel, Fresh Meat, Death Wish. Camp Happy Trails Terror cards. Let's go see if the rumors are true. Run for your life. I fell asleep. What did I miss? Inkanyamba Terror cards. He's coming and there's nothing we can do. ×2. Outrageaholic. Fickle Temper. Wrath of Horror. Wrath of Defilers. They disrespected him, and now he wants their blood. Set aside one of the He's Coming and There's Nothing We Can Do cards, shuffle the remaining terror cards, and then place the card you set aside on top. I didn't read that part earlier, I'm sorry. Dark Power, Rising Dead. Finale, Violent Tantrum. Special rules. The tracking marker on the Killer Wrath card starts at 6. In addition to the 6 zero-cost action cards, start the game with 1 atonement card in hand. The Ceremonial Dagger does 2 damage instead of 1. Alright, start at 4. Everybody's got their health. Starting event. We are Death Wish. I gotta get a better look, even if it kills me. During the upkeep phase, move the victim closest to the killer 1 space towards. Do not count victims currently in the same space as the killer. All right, let's get this flick started. We're gonna go ahead. Start with an atonement. Decrease by half. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's an okay start. All right, and then I think we're gonna go for a jolly old little walk. And I'll give up for that. Let's do focus and weak attack. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Go ahead, Timmy. I'm gonna take you this way. see here. We're gonna move a space to the dock. And we lose a time. And I think that's all I'm gonna do. So we're gonna take search. And close call. And Atuma.
A what?
An Atuma.
Ah, of course. Makes perfect sense.
Tatuma. All right. Killer phase. If wrath is at 1 or 2, increase by 1. It's at 3. Target somebody and kill. Nobody there. Terror card. I wonder whatever it could be. He's coming and there's nothing we can do. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next terror card. Otherwise, horror up, target victim, move and stab. Well, horror up, target victim. We move 2, 1, 2, and stab.
Please come with me. We all need to leave. He's going to kill us all, Callie pleaded. The other campers in the cabin were unconvinced. Look, Callie, this is our camp. We're not going to sit here and let some lunatic think he owns the place, Jared said. Callie started to cry. Fine, I'm leaving without you, but believe me when I say there's nothing you can do. Callie turned the knob on the door. A dark silhouette stood in the night air. Callie screamed through her tears. She looked back at the other campers as a long blade slid into her chest. Blood poured from the wound, and Callie slumped to the floor. There's nothing you can do, she said through a bloody cough. The man pulled the blade from her body and stepped through the door.
Woo.
I don't see Jared anywhere.
What about Jared? I missed it. Sorry. I got
It was just a story that had other characters in the same spot, so it didn't really fit.
What did Jared do?
He said, we're not going to let this lunatic take our camp. Jared's applying for the job of Final Girl.
Okay. I think I found Jared. So there's nobody to panic, but upkeep phase. Jared's going to look for the killer. Jared volunteered to be the first kill after the cold open. All right. So that was upkeep phase. And so it was an upkeep phase. My turn. Do a little searchy search. Woohoo. Where am I at? The dock.
What'd you find?
I found a whistle and a ceremonial dagger.
So you're going to take the whistle?
Yes. So, ceremonial dagger. Ceremonial dagger. The gods always liked a little bloodletting, so I'd better not disappoint them. Whenever you damage the killer, choose either wrath and decrease by 1. Also does 2 damage. Gotta remember that.
Might remember for you.
Alright. I want to... I think I'm going to try to focus myself now. I'll take that. Good enough. Which means that they should be rotated out. You're not in trouble. Just don't want to wear you out.
Take a nap.
And that's all I'm going to do. So, I'm going to make a distraction. And take a sprint. Okay.
How many cards you got there? It looks like a lot.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So.
All right. Killer phase. Jared's gonna die.
Jared's gonna die. Jared was lost. He had been trying to find his way back to his cabin for hours. It was getting darker as the last warmth of light left the sky. He panted as he trudged through the thick brush. His heavy heartbeats filled his head, and they turned into a dull drumming. He heard something behind him, and he began to run. He ran as fast as he possibly could until his muscles felt like they would burst. He stopped and took a moment to breathe in the darkness. Out of the corner of his eye, a light beckoned to him. He followed it and soon found himself standing before a campfire. As he stood there, he felt breathing over his ear. He turned and found a tall man standing behind him, his curved blades glistening in the light. Before he could react, he grabbed him, and into the lapping flames he went.
All right.
Jared's been burnt up.
Makes sense. I mean, there's a fire pit over here. Can't see it because all the people are standing in it.
They're just watching Jared burn.
They didn't even know.
Aware.
Yeah, from a place where there isn't a fire.
Not making these gruesome deaths fit this time.
Terrible.
You're terrible.
Fickle temper. Make a horror roll. Thought it was telling me to make a noise or something for some reason.
It's a horror roll, 2 dice.
On 1 success, choose a wrath and decrease by 1. Target a victim, move, and stab.
Oh.
This would have been a good one for the fire.
But alas, it's not. Jacob was awoken by a threatening movement. He rubbed his eyes and his vision focused. He saw a masked man staring at him through the window. He glanced at the other bunks. Everyone else was asleep. He flashed his gaze back at the window. The stranger was gone. His heart pounded as he hopped from his bunk, grabbing his flashlight on the way. He went to the cabin door and opened it. In the thick darkness of night, he saw only the mask, and from it 2 curved blades pierced his chest.
You mean he was in a sleeping bag?
I guess.
By the fire.
I guess I should have reread the pre-read these rather than watching Parks and Rec.
Maybe. All right.
All right.
Oh, I need 2 more. That's the end of the killer phase. Time to panic. So we've got a 4 and a 1 and a 1 and a 2.
The other ones are struggling to get out of their sleeping bags.
All right. So it was panic phase, upkeep phase. What am I doing? I left the marshmallows.
Can't leave the marshmallows.
All right. My turn. Let's do a distraction first. Rest and short rest to focus. Change that to a success. So that gives us 4 down 2 and 2 time. Then let's do a sprint. This one, hey you, I know a way out of here. Bye. And I think, do I want to load up on cards now? Or do I want to move? I'm going to come back here. Oh, that was the last one. I had the air horn.
Yeah.
All right. Now I want to do an atonement. I'm going to change this to a success. Do I? No, I'm going to take that back. That didn't happen.
The whole turn?
No,
Oh.
just that.
So
All right, so I'm going to end there, I think.
So you're not atoning?
Uh,
I think you're allowed to take back your atonement after you failed to atone. You've rolled the dice.
I didn't see what it was. No, I changed my mind. I didn't want to do that.
Cheater, cheater.
Let's see here. I'm gonna go for maybe. I'm gonna take the fail, move over. I'm gonna take the fail and move over. Lose a heart. Lose 2 time. and stay there. Now I'm going to end my turn. And I'm going to take retaliate, which is 4, and sprint, focus. Alrighty, killer phase. If wrath is at 1 or 2, increase by 1. Target a victim and kill.
Adam loves sitting amongst the trees sketching his favorite campmates. Today he sat under a tall pine tree and sketched Timothy, his new friend. Timothy sat still on a log. He was a good distance from Adam, but he could see that his friend held a whittling knife and stick. He pulled out his sketching supplies and started drawing. He scraped against the page with his pencil, shading in key areas. He had been sketching for half an hour before he realized Timothy had never started whittling. He approached his friend through the trees. Upon closer inspection, Timothy's skin was pale and a stream of blood trickled from a long gash on his throat. Adam screamed and looked up, realizing that the camp rumors had been true. Inkanyamba, the savage man, was barreling down towards him and skewered his face with his cold knives.
Oh, jeez. Ouch. Alright.
Arc.
Bloodlust up 1. Dark power revealed. Rising dread. Whenever wrath increases, increase horror. Oh my.
Oh my.
Alright. Then terror card. Let's see if the rumors are true. Place 2 new victims in the space where the killer started the game. Just up here. Horror goes up. And event. Fresh meat. Welcome to Camp Happy Trails, where you'll make memories that will last until you die. Place 2 new victims at the cabins.
In some cases, only a couple moments.
2 new victims at the dock. And 2 new victims at the fire pit.
Look at all these people for you to save.
Alright. I think I forgot to move somebody last time. Go move one of them. Alright. So, panic phase. Somebody died. And they're all going to run this way. Cool. Upkeep phase.
Don't split the party.
They're splitting the party. Coming back to help me. Alright. Alrighty. I'm going to do weak attack real quick. Hopefully. Give up 2 cards to make a success. So I'm going to do 3 damage to him. And I'm going to take a damage. I don't like you.
What was it last time that made the wrath tracks go down when you took damage?
That was a mask. I don't have that item this time. Then we're going to go for a run. Hit and run.
Did it work?
No. And we're going to give up 2 cards for that. And we're going to come here and grab 2 of them and get them out of here.
We're gonna take that guy with you?
What guy?
In the killer's space with you?
I wasn't there.
Oh. I didn't realize you had a ranged weapon.
Oh. Oh, well. No, I don't have a ranged weapon.
So you killed him from a space not with him?
I was here
So why didn't you take that guy with you?
because I didn't think about it.
And that you can't go undo, but changing a card after you saw a failed roll you can?
Fine. Alright, we're going to get a heart back, and we're going to take that planning action card. I don't know if I'm actually going to use it, but gives me something to burn.
There you go.
Alrighty then. And that's my turn. I had to make sure... Okay, only one time. So I'm going to take close call. Oops. And these back. I'm going to sprint. And guard. Alrighty. Killer phase. Somehow there's nobody there for him to kill.
Somehow.
So, Wrath of the Defilers. Unleash Wrath, which is horror up 1. Increase Wrath equal to the number of victims that have been saved. Oh, geez. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Target victim, move, and stab. Wrath of the Defilers.
Wrath of the Defilers? No Wrath of the Defilers. Wrath of Horror? Wrath of Death. Wrath of Opportunity. Wrath of Blood. No Wrath of the Defilers.
Do Wrath of Death.
Alright, but don't draw that card, otherwise we won't have anything to read. They had tread where they should not have. They had transgressed against the god of death. Inkanyamba could feel him, the god's icy decay crawling into his bones. He is angry, and Inkanyamba must appease his rage. He unsheathed his knives and looked down into the forest. The warm light of a cabin greeted his eyes, and he raged at the thought of their unholy transgressions. It appeared that only one of these forsaken ones occupied the cabin. His mind was clouded with the lingering feeling of death. It was a god unlike most, and through Inkanyamba, it was coming for this man. Inkanyamba came to the door of the cabin. It was unlocked. He pushed it open. A young man stood facing away from him, unaware of his presence. Filled with rage, Inkanyamba flew onto him, his knives dancing in a flurry of rage across the man's body. Blood caked Inkanyamba when he was done, before he displayed the mangled body across the floor, an offering to that sacred god. Death.
Oh dear. Panic face. 6.
There was nobody there to panic. Didn't you just listen? This man was alone in the cabin.
He's not in a cabin either. Alright. And then we're going to come from the dock to see what's going on there. Alright, my turn. So, you just go on out of here. Get along.
You saved everyone.
You did.
What is it?
So, special power. Once per action phase, if an enemy is within 2 spaces, you may move to that enemy space for free. For each additional victim saved, gain time. So, we are also going to try to save this person. So that's 1 success, so I can move up to 2 spaces. 1, 2. Get them out of there. Cancels out the loss of time, so I'm not going to worry about that. And then I'm going to move back here. Seems like a good move.
Does it seem like a good move?
It does. Alright, so we've got 8 time. I'm going to take a critical blow for 6.
Too many cards.
Mm-hmm. I'll pay those out to give me 2 more time back. Take Furious Strike. And that gives me 10 cards. Killer Phase is going to attack me. And I'm going to go ahead and retaliate. Ignore all damage from attack and do 4 damage back because I have the dagger.
Not bad.
Not bad. So that's that. Now for the terror card. He's coming and there's nothing we can do. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next terror card. Otherwise, horror up. Target a victim, move, and stab.
Oh.
That's a good one for a cabin. Well, that's the dock house.
Please come with me. We all need to leave. He's going to kill us all, Callie pleaded. The other campers in the cabin were unconvinced. I feel like I've read this already.
Yes, you have.
Probably.
Nope, there's no other options. That's it. Nothing.
So we'll just leave it.
There's no gruesome death for this.
Ah, it's just a boring death.
It's just a boring death.
Spicy.
All right. Nothing to panic. Upkeep phase. I think this one you have to have the boat to cross the lake, right? No? No. I don't remember.
I don't know.
All right. So this guy's going to go for a swim. Actually, that must be the chick teasing the guy. Because that happens a lot in horror movies.
Does it? I'll take your word for it.
And, oh, yes. I forgot about that. So, my turn. We're going to move up here for free. And we're going to do a weak attack. Got plenty of stuff to give up here. So we're going to go for a single success, which gives us 3 damage, and I hurt myself. Did I do it? Oh. But that's okay.
Doesn't the phase automatically come to an end when the black thing comes up? When the black one goes? So it does?
Yes. So, because of that, automatically ends. So now we go to the planning phase. 7. And I didn't have to waste any time. So, this will take a close call. 8. And a distraction. And a guard. Alright. So killer phase. He is going to attack me. And somewhere in here I have a guard. Alright, that's 1 success. Reduce damage by 2, which is all he does. So nothing happens there. Cycle you through. Terror card. Wrath of Horror. Unleash. That thing. Yep. Unleash Killer Wrath. So right now he heals 1. Targets me and stabs. Somewhere in there I have another guard. Oh, bugger.
Less successful?
Yeah. I'm going to pay 2 to reroll that. I'll take that. So we reduced by 2.
So he does 1? No, 2. I was looking at his speed. My bad.
Increase wrath equal to the horror level. So maxed out. Target a victim, move, and stab. In the lake.
Mad fear rushed into Inkanyamba's heart as he watched a female camper trample through the woods. This fear which gripped him was so holy, a righteous fear that could only be purged with blood, her blood. He gripped his blades in agony, for it hurt to watch the gods in such torment. He leapt from the branch he was perched on, descending onto her like some rampaging spirit. Her head left her body with ease, blood spurted from her neck. Pleasing the ground it flowed upon, Inkanyamba's heart quit racing, and the gods sat back in their holy thrones.
Must have caught her on the beach.
As I say, she must have swam towards the shore.
All right. Panic phase. Nobody to panic. Upkeep. Him. My turn.
Your turn.
I'm going to come in. That's not where you go.
Gonna fight in the water?
On the beach. We established he's on the beach.
That's right, we are on the beach.
With a critical blow. And I'll take that. So that is 4 damage. And we're up 1. End of everything. Woohoo! That's a lot different without that extra wrath card.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's way different without that extra wrath card. I only did atonement once, didn't I?
I don't remember. I wasn't paying attention.
Think so.
I didn't pay attention this entire game.
Bought atonement, so
I did. I bought one.
that makes 2
It's in
times.
here. I think so.
Unless it's
I
spent
bought one. I didn't use it. I think I gave it up for something else. I meant to use it.
Oh yeah, that part where you cheated.
I didn't cheat. I changed my mind.
You already rolled the dice. You already knew you had failed.
Figure off.
Another one where we didn't get. Man, we still had a lot to go.
The next one was dark.
Was it?
I think so.
Outrage alcoholic.
Outrageous.
It's a good thing we didn't get to that one. Would have made that go a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Although I still had my Furious Strike, so those should be labeled backwards. Furious should have all of everything behind it, and Critical should just be extra.
Yeah.
Yeah. In my opinion.
Well, that's your opinion. It doesn't count for much.
No. So yeah, that was another win. So that's like what, 5?
I think so.
Total of all of us.
No, I think I've got like 6 or 7 now because I won Nightmare.
I don't know. You should be keeping track somewhere.
I should be. I don't know what else to say. So, thanks for watching. All the different ways to support us are down below. And I forgot to look and see what I had. I would have died.
You would have died.
And till next time, live to kill.